A lack of trust, whether you believe it or not, will erode and eventually prevent the success of your business deliverables. But how do you overcome a lack of trust in the workplace? Well, I've got a few tips for you that I've learned working with the world's leading experts on trust. Let's get it. When trust goes out the window, very soon after, so will your business results. And when trust is lost, it can be very challenging to earn it back. But it's not impossible. By the end of this video, you're going to have a better understanding of what trust is and why it's so important in the workplace. You're going to know the very first step you should be taking towards overcoming a lack of trust in your workplace, and 4 tips to help you along the way as you work to earn that trust back. All right, let's kick off by just diving into what trust is. So for me, and this is a definition that I talk about in my book and that I also share from stages around the world, I believe that trust is literally belief. It's belief in someone or something. And if you drill down belief even further, taking word from Abraham Hicks, who's a fellow Hay House author, she states that belief is simply a thought we keep thinking. So do me a favor. Think about a person in your life that you trust more than anyone else. For me, it's my brother Richard. He is someone that I trust without a doubt. And the reason that I have that trust in him is because of the consistent behavior, actions, and words that he has shown me over the years. I know that if I call him at 2 o'clock in the morning needing help, if I call him because a flight got delayed and it's in the middle of the night and he needs to come pick me up, I know he's going to pick up and I know he's going to be there. And the reason that I have this thought that I can trust my brother inherently, it's because of the consistency of his words, his behaviors, and his actions. Those have invited that thought to just keep going in my mind. So much so, it's become a very strongly held belief. So that's what trust is. It's belief, but ultimately those thoughts you keep thinking about someone or something. Thoughts that are nurtured by their behaviors, their actions, and their words. Now that we're grounded in my definition and understanding of trust, let's talk about that first step you should be taking in order to begin overcoming any lack of trust in the organization. Well, it's really about getting curious. Get curious about what might be driving that lack of trust. How was it lost? Now, you can do this by one-on-one conversations with employees. You can do this through employee surveys. You can actually hire out third-party, non-biased parties to help interview and understand what's driving that lack of trust. Or you can hold listening sessions with certain portions of the organization to really drill down and understand where was the trust lost and why is there a lack of trust here? You know, I have a very good friend and colleague. His name is David Horsager, and he is one of the world's leading experts on trust. He founded an organization called Trust Edge Institute, which is teaching individuals, clients, organizations all over the world how to instill and nurture trust in the workplace. In fact, if you're curious, you can check out this video that I did. It was a keynote that I did to the Trust Edge Institute community in support of David and his team. So check out that link if you're interested. David and his team offer trust clarity products and services, which include assessments to help you, number 1, locate specific areas where trust levels are high, as well as other areas that can be developed to help immediately impact the bottom line. They also help you assess the effectiveness of current initiatives to understand what's really working. In my opinion, this is one of the most powerful services that they offer because it's going to help you glean an understanding of where trust is lacking and where you should be targeting your efforts in order to restore and rebuild that trust. If you're interested, make sure you check out trustedge.com to learn more. Okay, so once you've triaged the organization and understand where needs the greatest attention, you're ready to earn trust back from the workforce. So let's dive into tips you can employ to help you do just that. The first tip in earning back trust is to communicate transparently. Clear communication is not only one of Change Enthusiasm Global's research-backed critical skills for effective leadership through change, it's also the first pillar of Trust Edge Institute's research-backed 8 pillars of trust. Communication is such a powerful way to invite those thoughts that you want your employees to keep thinking, to invite them on a consistent basis. So the more that you can openly and transparently communicate needs, expectations, challenges, or risk to the business, you're going to be consistently letting the employee know that you're going to be upfront and transparent with them as you continue working to grow, build, and deliver the business. The second tip in earning trust back in the workforce is to take accountability to connect authentically. So what do I mean by that? That actually means developing an awareness and a curiosity about yourself, striving to understand your authentic nature, the fullest expression of you, and then sharing that with your employees. Sharing that with the organization. One of the most powerful ways that you can show up authentically is to step into what I call confident vulnerability. Whenever you yourself are feeling frustration, feeling anger, anxiety, or fear, to share those emotions. To share that authentically, that authentic part of yourself. But I say confident vulnerability to make sure that though you're feeling those emotions and you might be having a difficult time, you trust in the vision and the mission of the business. By you sharing yourself authentically and stepping into that vulnerability, it's like you create this conduit for the emotions of another to flow, granting permission for them to share perhaps more difficult, challenging emotions that they're experiencing. And it creates such ridiculously great and rich opportunity for authentic connection. The more that we can strive to know ourselves, get to know who we are, our fullest expression, and then be bold enough to share that with those around us, including our own vulnerabilities, we can then connect authentically with another. And the more that you can share of yourself and that bit of vulnerability, you're going to work to nurture trust in another individual. They're going to see that you trust them with them sharing vulnerable ways or thoughts that they might or you might be having. And then in turn, they're going to feel that you are trustworthy for them to also be a bit vulnerable. And again, it can be very, very powerful. By the way, are you digging this? You getting value? Please click subscribe so that you can get even more. I want to make sure that you're one of the first to get notified when a new video drops. I drop videos like this all the time, every day actually. So make sure you click subscribe and you'll get those videos as soon as they drop. All right, let's get back into it. The third tip to earning back trust in the workplace is to hold those accountable who are eroding trust in the organization. So what that looks like is not staying quiet, not sitting silent when you see wrongdoing, when you see that trust is being eroded in the organization, when you see discrimination, or again, when you see wrongdoing, someone acting against the company's values, or even against your own core values. Hold individuals responsible if you see that they are eroding trust in the organization. Not only yourself, but also be bold and brave enough when you see others in the business not supporting that sentiment, that value of trust with the employees and with the workforce. The fourth and final tip to earning back trust in the workplace is all about consistency, and consistency. Of those first three tips. Again, trust is nurtured through your actions, through your behaviors, through your words, and those that you are doing consistently is what is going to nurture trust. It's what's going to, the same thought over and over, that then becomes belief and ultimately nurtures trust. So a really good exercise that I like to do is to understand what are the thoughts that I want my employees, my clients, and my partners to keep thinking about me, to keep thinking about the business and the brand. And then what are the actions and the words that I need to be communicated and doing in order to support those thoughts. And then consistently making those actions, choosing those behaviors to reinforce those same thoughts. So much so that over time, they become beliefs and ultimately trust. And also understand, as you're working to consistently deliver these behaviors, these actions, and these words, understand there also needs to be a bit of patience. Because when trust has been eroded in an organization, it can take time to reinstill that trust, working through all of these tips. So act consistently while also resting on patience, that it will take time. So I hope you got value from that, because I got something else for you, and it's for free. I want to gift you a keynote recording snippet, a keynote that I delivered to an organization going through tremendous change internally as well as dealing with market disruption. And it's the portion of the keynote where I'm sharing insights from our latest research in Change Enthusiasm Global. Truly those insights to help you engage, inspire, and nurture the growth of another when leading or going through really big change. All you gotta do is click on the link below. I want to make sure you have the data, the research, and the insights to ensure your growth through even your toughest change challenges. I'm Cassandra Worthy, and until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.